We are live, right? Hello, everybody. Welcome back after a long time. I don't know whether we're going to get any viewers. I only just tweeted the link out, so forgive me. I entirely forgot about planning things like this. Disappeared entirely, and I wasn't here last time. So what happened, Jerry? Last time?
Thank you, Matthew, and thank you for everybody at the Effect podcast for allowing me to come along and GM today. Last time,
Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. All our patrons are actually. We don't take any Tom, Dick, or Sally. Sorry, carry on. I'm interrupting.
so last week there was a problem about not enough fuses for the ordnance that the squadron had, so they had to go off and scrounge fuses from a neighboring airbase. And this one of the outcomes of this was a invitation to a dance with the comrade pilots from the other squadrons there, and some of the characters got on very well with other pilots. This was followed then the following day that they had to fly a wounded Polish resistance commander back to a field hospital. And so we pick up the following morning, and the rain has sort of stopped slightly. There's steam rising off the cookers, and the field kitchens has the first meal of the day is being produced for the flights returning home back in, and the maintenance crews are going back to sort out and re-rig and rearm the aircraft. So I don't know if everybody wants to just go around and say what you're doing at this moment. Nicholas, do you want to start?
I'm trying to remember. How are we doing? How are the planes doing? Are we having any in?
You didn't.
Planes okay?
Your plane survived because you didn't actually. You were flying behind the lines last time,
Right,
so you didn't take any damage. So they just need refueling and just a usual pre-flight check. They won't need any.
I think I'm gonna walk over to this other camp and try to see if I can meet up with this Captain Vasily again.
This Captain. Vasily Tabina, that charming pencil moustached pilot who leads these. I think it was the second flight there. So you make your way over, and you're met by the gate guard there. He challenges you about how can I help you, Comrade Lieutenant?
Sir, I have prepared a piece of paper. I'm very good at writing these official files things. It's one of my moves. So I've forged is a strong word, but I've written up something about the importance of that. I really need to see this Captain Vasily on some business.
So after a cursory glance, he kind of waves you through, uninterested, more interested to get back into his guard hut out of the rain.
So I go to the place where I last saw Captain Vasily.
So this is what you'll go into the mess, is it?
Well, I think we ended up somewhere else.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he has some private quarters, being the the flight leader.
He has a he has a tent. Yeah, he shares. He's double bunked with somebody else, another section leader in a makeshift makeshift sort of building.
So I go there and knock on anything that's sturdier than canvas.
As you knock, you go in. Somebody pulls the flap back. You don't recognize him. There's 2 beds there. One is made, one is empty, and just stripped back to the mattress. The man has quite a somber look on his face.
Sir, looking for Captain Turbina.
We're still waiting Captain Turbina to return from the last mission. Do you want some tea?
And
can I take a message?
Yes, she actually slumps and is affected by this. So yes, I wouldn't mind a cup of tea.
So he whistles out the door to his Batman or his orderly to bring some of that sweet Russian tea.
So do you have any? He didn't return, as in you don't know where he is.
He's 3 hours overdue.
But no, you don't know if he was shot down or.
We don't know. Now, the last report from the pilots returning from his wings, he said he was leading a dive onto a enemy column when from out of low cloud, a couple of BF-109s broke cover and bounced the section. The second plane was shot down, definitely, and the third one got away and got back. And we don't know. It's likely he may have landed at a different air base if he took a bit of damage. Unfortunately, we've no further information. It's just waiting now. I'm sorry.
She goes shit. And then she downs the tea. And do you have a piece of paper?
Yeah, he pulls out some notepaper and leaves it on the desk, and then walks out to smoke a cigarette, leaving you alone there with your thoughts.
I'll write a note. Saying something that I would like to meet him again if it's possible, but phrased in a way that you can't. Well, It's not a love letter. Other people are going to look at this.
It's a letter expressing
Mm.
how much you enjoyed his company a couple of nights previously, and you look forward to meeting him again at some point, either professionally or socially.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, we'll cut back to our base, and there has Lieutenant Ruttman is organizing her uniform and getting ready for the day. A sergeant from the supply section comes in with 2 suitcases for you and says, "These have arrived for you." And Lee, where do you want them?
2 full suitcases.
They appear to be, yeah. They're like civilian box brown suitcases, 1940 style suitcases.
Okay, so Hannah's perplexed, I think it's fair to say, by the arrival of said things. Maybe just over there, she says, pointing to a corner of the tent. Thank you. And she'll like go over and do we know? Do you happen to know where they came from?
They were you know, when I collected everything from stores, there was the mail, and there were these 2 things with your name and the airbase on them, along with all the other stuff. Oh, and by the way, the armourer sergeant, he was outside discussing things with one of his superiors, and I heard your name come up. You might want to know. On which he scurries away off to his next job.
Okay, so I go over to the suitcases. Is Valentina in the tent? Because I think we share a tent, don't we? Do we share a tent, Valentina?
I think we might do, yeah. And I've had my eye on those suitcases as soon as I saw them. If by any chance I was somewhere else on the airbase when those
you are suddenly in the tent.
I am suddenly in the tent.
It's like magic. It's like Valentino. I'm sure Valentino was on the other side of the airbase only a moment ago.
You know these cartoons when some cartoon characters smell delicious food.
They float along following the smell. Yeah, that's definitely the image. So I'm opening the suitcases when Valentina suddenly appears beside me. So I look at them. Do they have they have a tag with obviously my name?
There's a tag with your name on them, and it's kind of handwritten in pretty well formed Cyrillic.
Okay. Well, I'll open them then.
It's also been there've been a couple of chalk things on the outside redirecting them, so they've been obviously following you for a while.
Right. So I'll open them. I'll literally open them to see what's inside. So I'll flick one open, have a look, and then I'll open. If depending on what I discover in the first one, I may or may not choose to open the second one.
So in the first one, there's a blankish kind of a linen thing, gauze wrapped and tied up on the top.
Okay. Is it? I'll lift it out. Is it?
And
is it just a blanket, or is it carrying something inside?
Within it is quite heavy. It's got this. It's got quite a bit of weight.
So there's a physical weight to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll undo it. I mean, first of all, a warm blanket is a beautiful thing.
And inside it, you find a smoked ham leg. You know, one of those big smoked ham legs.
And there's no note. It's just arrived. There's like a leg of ham in a wrapper inside the thing.
Somebody loves you very much, Hannah.
Clearly, I will. Tears will start to sort of form in the corner of my eyes because I did spend that time being re-educated. So You know, a whole leg of ham feels quite actually
Bourgeois.
it's wartime. Yeah, it feels very bourgeois, but it also feels very extravagant. Like someone sent me this giant extravagant.
You can tell it's probably something that's been acquired from German stores or liberated from German stores.
Clearly,
It's yes, it's more Bavarian in nature than Ukrainian, put it that way.
Well, I'm sure if we slice it up, no one will be able to tell.
No, and obviously we should slice it up, shouldn't we?
This
is a gift, surely, for the whole squadron, not just for you.
It's exactly what I'm thinking. Well, no, Hannah agrees completely, of course. Hannah would instantly agree that it's for the whole squadron. So with this vast treasure in the first chest, and also a warm blanket, albeit one that now smells of ham, I will open up.
Deliciously of ham, I think.
It smells deliciously.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you smelt a tea towel that's been wrapped around ham for a whole week? Just saying. I have, and it's not that great. So I will undo the second suitcase, excited by the discovery in the first one.
This one's slightly less exciting, but it is full of thermal underwear.
Good Lord!
Nine sets. So basically 9 sets of long johns, and in it is a typed note saying.
Oh, I'll keep that to myself because I know what Valentina's like.
What the note? I'll tell you what. I'll leave you in privacy. Do you want privacy to read the note? I could take this ham over to the cookhouse.
No, Valentina. What we'll do is we'll put out both the thermal underwear and the ham out on a table, and we will offer it to the rest of the squadron.
Oh, right. That's a very good idea, I say. Sheathing my knife. Yes, you are. You are.
I mean, we are senior leaders in this squadron. We should be showing the way for all of the enlisted troops. Also,
I've been knocked back to sergeant. I think you'll find.
Oh, have you? Oh, right. For the third time. Okay. So I'll read the note. I'll read the note, Jerry. What does the note say?
The note is basically a manifest from Central Stores that has been that has marked you down as the major in charge of the squadron and given instructions that you should distribute these to your crews for the winter flying that's coming up.
Okay, so I read that note now. What's going to get me in more trouble is the $1 million question. No. So Hannah's. I'm going to roll it. If I have to, I'm going to act out. So I'm just going to crush the note up, and then I'm going to burn it. Yep. I'm going to get a match or something and actually burn the note.
There's the brazier in the corner of the
perfect.
Tent.
I'm just going to take the note.
You could just
and tear it up. I'll tear it up and drop the pieces into the fire while watching Valentina while I do it. It's like
so as that's happening, another sergeant, or in fact a corporal, sticks her head around the flap of the tent and calls Valentina across and says, "The CO wants to speak to you."
Oh, of course.
Not you.
No, very excited.
No.
Not you,
to me.
No, the sergeant.
Oh, right. Well, I'll start making preparations to give these 9 sets of long johns to the engineering and armoring crew.
My luck never ceases to improve.
So
I skip with leaden abandon to the CO's office.
See you
So
later.
as you're shown in, there's the CO. Well, the CO isn't actually there. Her deputy is behind the desk, and basically looks at you, goes, "Oh well, nice of you to join us, Sergeant. Where the bloody hell have you been?"
Okay, GM, where have I been?
I don't know. I don't know. You weren't here last week.
Where did you say I was last week?
We thought you were exploring the rumor of the train in the forest, but you may not have been.
So
you may have just been delayed.
Or, but yes, I'm not necessarily going to say that. I'm going to say that I'm floundering, and I'm obviously going to make a hash of the resulting roll on this one. But I am going to try and say that I was sent to town for a part, and the delivery was late, and I had to wait in town, and
I'm really not that interested. She interrupts you, but I do need your help. Okay.
Well, I'm always here to help.
Okay. Somebody nicked the CO's champagne, and everybody is getting so much shit in this office. So do me a favor, get out of here, find out what happened to the CO's champagne, and make sure it happens sharpish. And when you're done, send in Major Rover, please. You're dismissed.
Major who? Sorry?
Rover. Yeah.
Sorry, I hadn't quite realised that she'd risen through the ranks while I've been gone. Okay. Yes. So I hurry across to Anusha's tent, and I say, Major, my old friend, congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, my love.
I've been
very
so busy. I didn't notice. As you see, I proudly wear my sergeant stripes now. The seniority didn't suit me.
There is no ranks between us. There is no ranks between sisters.
But between you and I, that is good, because I have a message to bring you that is official, and I have a question to ask you that I know I can trust your answer on.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go with the question first. Who drank the CO champagne?
Oh, they know about the champagne. Yeah, it's that's me. I will take the blame. I will say the moral. Yeah, I will. I took the champagne. Yeah.
Very well. And the other thing, I have to escort you to the CO's office.
Ooh. Okay. No problem, sister. Yeah. Always trustworthy. She's trustworthy.
I have no words. And it's just like Anusha, like it's like every time. It's like, no, she just tells the truth. It doesn't matter what it is, just tells the truth.
Now, as we walk over, I'm thinking how to play this, and I tell Anusha that
to tell you what happened. We wanted to bribe one of the camp members, the auditor, or I can't remember the one responsible for the inventory, to bribe him to give us some stuff. And they told him to give him the vodka and the champagne. We convinced him without the champagne. So we took the champagne to ourselves to the party, and we drank it after the party we have in another camp.
Right. So on hearing this story, I say that the CO seems to be in a terrible mood. But
she's always in a terrible mood. The war is in a terrible mood.
Give me a moment, and I will go in first and try to smooth the waters for you.
No need to smooth waters. We had enough. No need. We had enough. Their morale was very low, and we need to cheer up the morale after this stupid mission that we have to save some ranking officer and his lover and let other people die in vain. But we have to do this job. The morale was very low. We need to cheer up the morale of the team. The team have done a lot. They literally been in hell and back. You have been in hell and back. So let me talk to CEO. No problem.
Very well.
Don't worry.
Very well. Okay. So I endeavour to go into the office with Anusha.
Sure.
Okay. Why are you here?
Major Omarova has an admission to make, sir, ma'am.
Well, let me speak to Major Omarova. I need you to go and find out what's happened to that champagne.
And
Run
that
along
is
now,
the admission
please,
that
comrade.
You go, Valentina. You go. I will handle it. Yes.
very well. I leave, cursing the fact that I was not able to turn the situation quite to my advantage in the way that I did.
How can I help you, ma'am?
Do you want to make a roll, Matthew?
No. Absolutely. I was torn anyway and being sent out, and I tried to set it up, but she sent me away. So I'm just cursing my luck. If I make a roll, it'll only be worse for all of us, I'm sure, because it'll be double one.
Yeah. How can I help you, comrade?
So she offers you the seat on the opposite side of the desk to her, and takes out 2 glasses, pops them down, and the bottle of vodka comes out of the drawer of the filing cabinet, pours 2 shots. The bottle goes back in, and it goes, "Comrade Major, we've got a bit of a problem.
Yes.
We've got.
Please tell me.
We found. I've been going through the inventory and the paperwork, and according to the paperwork, your flight has 3 times as many fuses as it does has incendiary bombs. So nothing is adding up or working out. And if this goes through an audit, we'll all be for the chop, and we'll be ending up having to drop bloody railway sleepers and railway ties on the Nazis instead of actual bombs. So I really need you to sort your section out and ensure that it gets you've got the right amount of equipment. We had to put you onto flying a bloody person off to hospital rather than actually doing a proper mission last time, because there weren't enough fuses. What's going on?
Yeah. We do the mission in the end. I guess the mission is to bomb the target. We bomb the target. How many fuses doesn't count. We were short on fuses now, but we are winning the war, aren't we?
Well, at what cost?
Yeah.
And,
does fuses count more than persons? I guess.
Well,
I don't think so.
Well, there's no point sending you guys up there without fuses, because you're just dropping dropping nothing on the
Are you sure Are you sure the inventory is correct? Because I guess my squadron are very, very good. We are only surviving members here, and we are continuing to do our job right. I don't need to question you, CO, but I know my team. They are very precise. Maybe we can do better. Yes, we can do more better, but I don't think anyone else in the squadron can do better than my team.
So I guess you're acting up like a natural-born Soviet airwoman on that one. Sure.
Okay, let me roll. And I got an 11.
I knew it wasn't a mistake to put you in charge of these flights, but I'm being watched. You're
Yeah.
being watched. Let's get through this together, and let's get our women through it as well.
Sure.
Dismissed. Thank you.
Yeah, and about this champagne that you were sent, Major Sergeant Valentino, to get it.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't understand how Sergeant Valentina can actually nick the champagne when she's not actually here.
No. She's a good. Well, everyone blame her because of one mistake. Everyone blame her and one mistake she did before. But come on,
That
yeah,
one mistake
let's
being getting caught.
I see that now, and I admire your protection of her. But
yes,
at some
because
point, you have difficult choices to make, Major. And if it involves you remaining in charge and somebody finding themselves digging anti-tank ditches in the rain, it's that's the way it goes sometimes.
Okay, but she's not the one that took it. I must insist on that. She wasn't there. We sent her on a mission to just scout a train.
Maybe just make her think that she's in the crosshairs.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will.
You probably need
Thank
to
you.
get ready for this evening's mission now.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. So, yeah, and go out and go ahead, Nicholas. Go ahead.
Now, just if you're gonna pick some for that role, if you get one for the mission pool or something.
Yeah. Adding one for the mission pool.
Is Jerry okay with that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Now, I wonder if I can palm off these extra fuses we stole for a bottle of champagne somewhere.
I had a beer with a bottle. I found it. That's not my bottle of champagne.
It's completely drunk during the party, so no way to find it. It's completely drunk.
That's not saying the same bottle of champagne.
There was a fair bit of champagne. There was a fair bit of champagne drunk that evening, so there's probably a bit of a shortfall of it at the moment.
That train, the mystery train, might contain a lot of champagne.
German officers drink champagne. It's true.
They do.
It's an artifact.
Stolen from the French. Which obviously.
Stolen from the French, exactly.
The French were hoarding it for their nobility, obviously.
Of course.
It wasn't the people champagne.
But
it can be people champagne once it comes into our hands.
Yes.
We are people, so.
Yeah. Whereas they're just bourgeois. And therefore not people.
Do we have time before the mission to go and investigate that train?
I think it's probably. I thought maybe we could do a mission and then investigate.
Very well.
Because it's getting towards the afternoon now, and you're not quite sure where in the woods it is.
And my tramping through the woods didn't reveal any clues in that regard.
What is that what you were doing?
Well, I think that's what the narrative was saying, so I'm happy to go along with that.
Okay. Well, what you can do then,
unless you're an officer, of course, in which case I was getting important, vital spare parts.
Well, maybe you want to do a navigate roll to see if you located it or got close to locating where it was.
You mean to say like a wayfind roll?
A wayfind roll, yes. That's
excellent, because I roll that with luck and I'm +1 in luck. What everybody else does. I got 10 naturally, +1 puts me at 11.
So in your journey back from the general stores where you were, according to the officers, during the last game, you actually got some pretty good intelligence about a something that that was described as a train that has been parked up in a siding in the middle of in a cut through the birch forest to the southwest of the air base, but it'll take about 2 hours, you reckon, to get there. And then
It'll take about 2
find-
hours to walk, but we could do a little recce, couldn't we, if we were in an aeroplane, for example,
Indeed.
in just minutes.
Mhm.
And
deviate from the flight plan.
and we have aeroplanes.
Funnily enough, you do,
Mm.
being a squadron.
And there was that person that buzzed the church in the last station, but God knows what happened to her. But
She's that was Lena Petrova, who is because she broke her foot, she's sort of hobbling around on a stick, acting as a logistics officer at the moment.
logistics officer.
Yeah.
I'll just check with her whether she knows what happened to the missing champagne.
Drop it.
she kind of sniggers to herself and say, "You missed a great night, Valentina. You missed a great night, and there was wonderful dancing, even with a stick."
I miss out
Now-
on all the good things. I set
So-
it up and then I miss out on the celebrations.
Always the way.
Sorry, Hannah.
Jerry. Yes, I would like to. I'm going to give out the long johns to the engineering crew, which is very generous because they're mostly non-coms, and slice the ham on a table out the front and offer it up as a gift to the entire squadron. I would like to use that to reach out to the engineers and armorers of our unit, hoping to bank in a little bit of love and a little bit of extra attention to at least our plane for this evening, if I may.
Absolutely, yes. That sounds like a really reasonable thing to do.
Okay, here we go. And I've got to reveal a significant truth as well. Okay. Okay, I only get to choose one because it's 6. Oh no! No, there's no bonus. There's no stat. You just roll the dice.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not so good. Okay, I got a 6, which is a fail. So I've obviously offended them in some fashion.
No, they're quite happy to eat your eat all your food and take away your clothes, but they've the thing is that your contact there, the sergeant who you were chummy with, okay,
Yes.
he has got into a shitload of trouble over these fuses, and they've threatened him to put a rifle in his hand and send him off to the front line. So he's not very pleased, and he suspects that because he had a run-in with Lieutenant Petrova before, and he suspects she's been putting the knife in and dripping poison in people's ears about this. So there's a little bit of a tension there.
Okay. So that completely. All right. So we give away all this goodness,
Yes.
and that's it. Just giving it away. All right.
I'm
Damn.
sure it was the right thing to do.
To do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway.
Well, I guess Anya has come back now.
Yes,
now.
Anna's
Yeah,
come
yeah.
back. Yeah.
With lot less spring in her step on the way back, and I guess she witnesses this this failure. Hannah trying to reach out to the rest of the squadron crew.
Has the cook picks up the empty bone of the leg of ham to boil it up for stock for the soup or the goulash or the she comes in and sees the place looking a bit subdued as you preparing. So now you probably want to start thinking about which mission you would like to fly today in the form of a briefing.
Which well, obviously that's Anusha's
yes
decision in the end, but what are our choices?
So you have make a surprise attack on a heavily defended German headquarters of the 9th Corps 3rd Panzer Army. So there's a Army Group Center near at Potsdam. Any plane damaged on this mission will not be able to return to the airbase. Anybody participating advances. This next one is bomb an ammunition depot at Grudkazaz in support of the 1st Belarusian front. Depleting German supplies is vital, and the front is counting on you to deliver. So that's breaking a stop. Bomb Gdansk. German night-equipped Ju-87 squadrons are specifically hunting PO2s in that area. Greatest caution is urged. To reach the target, all planes must first endure enemy fire. Anybody participating advances. We've done the conduct an emergency evacuation. Harassing German garrison in Chelmano. These troops are disorganized, no resistance is expected. Bombing a train station at Nazilix in support of an attack on Warsaw. Anticipate German fighter cover and possibly anti-aircraft artillery. So which one of those do you fancy? So as this is happening, people are pointing at maps and doing plotting attacks, and intelligence reports are coming in. The radio crackles into life. In the background, you hear the drone of your engines being your aircraft being warmed up and started as the armorers finish loading up their munitions onto them.
Okay, so what does it mean that any plane damaged in this mission will not be able to return to airbase? Does this mean we have to do a wheel down behind the enemy lines?
I suspect it will have to be a wheels down, and dependent on the result of the wheels down, it would be behind enemy lines or not.
Okay. So, what do you fancy, team? Do you fancy a surprise attack on the highly defended German headquarters, or the ammunition depot, the port of Gdansk? The last one, they are ready for us. They know that we are coming.
I'm just looking at my marks here. And aware of that fact that I won't see Berlin.
Yeah, that's my premonition that I've given you. You know, I get an advance if that comes true. I don't want you to feel bad about it though.
I rolled for it, and we take the first one.
Yes.
Good. Yes.
Surprise attack on heavily defended German headquarters.
Good.
Yeah.
No
That's
problem
awesome.
at all.
So as you ended the discussion, this intel comes in. They all get very excited that they've hopefully caught the headquarters of the 3rd Panzer Army on the hop, and you can give them a good pasting now. So everybody's very excited in the briefing, and getting all pumped up. So you jump into as the sun starts to set in the west. You line up your aircraft on the runway. It's pretty boggy and waterlogged. You've had people, these strange grey looking people coming along and shoring the runway up with logs and making it into a corduroy road to give you some support and avoid going nose down as you land in it. So do you need to make a wayfinding mission? To find your way to the target now.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
we are?
Firstly, who's flying with crew? Could we just clarify?
I am a wayfinder, so I need a pilot. Who's a pilot?
I am a navigator too.
I mean, I think I can pilot. That's isn't it? Or not the attack run? Yeah.
Yeah, Hannah is a pilot. As she was actually Valentina's pilot previously.
So I can pilot the Anusha's plane.
Okay.
And
So you'll be leading. Alia will be leading with Anna. And are you flying in second or third, Anna?
I think we go second.
Jolly good.
Oh, actually, no.
Sorry.
No, third.
Third.
Like, Hannah is convicted that the plane is going to crash. Like, she feels like this is like she's had a premonition. The spirits of the dead have talked to her. She's completely convicted.
Yes, I'm remembering you. Yeah, you're bloody nice.
It's like as I get in the plane, I look at you and I cross myself correctly. Actually, I just did the wrong way because I'm Eastern Orthodox. It's the opposite direction. I look at you and I go, "Have you made your peace?" As I sit in the front seat.
Oh, brilliant.
That shouldn't be as funny as it is, but it is bloody funny.
Oh dear, that's
No,
very good.
why didn't I ask for a bloody transfer?
You could have been digging anti-tank ditches now.
Although that said, we did land behind enemy lines before.
We
and
did.
Get home, thanks to you and your bloody spirits. So there's.
Don't forget though, it was at the end of walking out of that I announced my premonition.
Yeah. We're nowhere near Berlin at the moment.
We are nowhere near Berlin.
You're closer, but so Alia, would you like to make your wayfind now? As you lead the squadron into the air, you see a large birch forest with turning leaves, turning up orangey hue, catching the last of the light.
Sure.
Under you.
Okay. For the moves, can I do a move if I fill the role, or I have to decide before?
No, you can decide after you've done the roll, I think.
Okay. So let me roll a wayfind. 11 plus 14.
14. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm bragging.
So yeah, I think that probably gives you such a there's such a thing. Does that give any advantage on the attack run?
No, it just means we
no.
don't suffer
Yeah.
until we do we make it to the attack run safely.
So you do it without a hitch. It's it's a beautiful bit of navigating, you know, and you've done it by dead reckoning on the stopwatch. So now, who's going to do the lead the attack run in? Are you going to lead them in, Alia and Anna, or are you going to let Hannah and Valentina do the?
Yeah, we'll probably go second. We told them to.
Yeah,
go.
like I definitely give you the hand sign as we're sort of now having come close to the attack thing to say that we're ready to lead. And I look directly into the anti-aircraft fire. And I look back at Valentina and I go, seriously, have you made your peace?
I'm making my peace right now.
All right. And on that note, she launches an attack and rolls a double one. I'm not making this up. A double one.
Fuck you, Hannah Rutman.
That is literally a double one. Okay, so on a miss, either abort the attack completely, no, or desperately pressed on, tempting fate. Of course, we desperately press on, tempting fate.
Can we tempt my fate? How do we tempt fate? We roll a luck.
We'll roll a roll fate plus guts.
Yeah.
So roll.
Roll.
So you could probably grab the rear stick and try and steer us away from any aircraft fire in a moment of desperation.
Right, that is what I'm doing, and it's luck.
Because I can imagine Valentina's like suddenly she draws. Yeah, this is how it goes. She suddenly draws away from the main target, but like flashes her torch out of the thing to draw the anti-aircraft fire away from the main target, so the rest of the wing can launch the attack while she draws the fire away. And Valentina's in the back seat going, "What are we doing? What are we doing?"
We don't need to bring all this on us.
Yeah.
No, we do.
Well, my dice is a 6. 6, 7 plus luck is 8. Tempting fate.
So that's so
Cost.
Cost.
So 6
on a 7 to 9.
8. It's a 9. Sorry, yeah.
That's a 9, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still you have to offer us a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
Yep. So where are they now?
They're in the GM moves.
Which one of us doesn't get to see Berlin? If there's an ugly choice of me just shooting my mad pilot in the back of the head, then that's what I can take.
I'm willing to make that sacrifice on behalf of the whole squadron. Ah, 62. There you go. It was in there somewhere.
Right, so I seem to not have the right page here.
Okay, so in the book, it's page 62, and basically a hard move is, you can bring their gender into it. Doesn't seem like that's going to have particular impact. Show them the darkness on the horizon. Bring a threat to bear. Inflict harm or scarcity. offer an opportunity and name the price, put them somewhere they don't want to be, doubt them and demand discipline, have death collect what is due.
Right, GM moves, right.
While making all these noises about killing Hannah and putting my thumb at her, let me assure you, Jerry, that if you decide that death should collect what is due and it should be my death, I am entirely willing to go through with that. It seems very right for the story, and will only make Hannah more insufferable. But maybe that's what the story portends.
Yeah, well, that's one option, isn't it?
I could just take a bunch of bullets there and lay slumped in the
Or
cockpit until.
Or would
Hannah
Valentine actually take the opportunity to shoot the person in the front seat?
That is also an option.
Which leads to whole stacks of, kind of potential problems down the road when people say, so you know that's not an anti-aircraft wound, because they tend to make a mess of people. That's a small
So
caliber firearm.
that would be show them would that be
The darkness of war. Yeah.
Yeah, the darkness on the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's one.
Wait,
Is it?
are we playing Coriolis? What? What's it?
There's no airlock, and there's no airlock within Kui, man. Checked. All right, what do you want to do, Jerry?
I want to show them the darkness on the horizon. I want to show you
All right.
the darkness on the horizon. So,
I'll be back.
So, are you going to attempt to do that, Matthew?
To shoot her, you mean?
Yeah.
While she steers us astray and has everybody.
No, directly into anti-aircraft fire. Let's get this right.
Yeah.
I am literally flying the plane straight into the anti-aircraft fire.
So then you'll have to do a enemy fire, won't you?
Even if I shoot her.
Well, you'll have
Are
to...
you offering me the hard choice of shooting my crewmate and saving us from an enemy fire, or I shoot her and then an enemy fire happens?
I would say that you have to successfully shoot her and then you get away from the enemy fire. However, if you mess up shooting her, you go into the enemy fire.
That does sound like a hard bargain.
That is a hard bargain. Or we could just risk the enemy fire. Maybe I could get my gun out, point it at the back of her head, and then think, we've survived this shit before, we can do it again.
You don't have to go through with your threat, do you?
Fuck no. No. I don't get caught doing this shit. The whole point is, if I do anything to Hannah, she doesn't survive to tell the tale. Oh, bollocks. I'm just going to shoot her.
No.
Yes! Nice!
Oh.
I've crashed so many times.
Yeah.
Ah.
Are we seeing this?
So it's
They are
dark,
in
of course.
front of you. They are in front of you, and they've been lit up.
Oh, we've been lit up. All right, I'm on the stage.
Well, but we're getting like anti-aircraft fire, right? Like this is like someone sneaking a pistol and shooting someone in the back inside a plane.
Yeah. I mean,
all right.
Actually, all I have to do is avoid the control panel, which I'm going to need. I can actually shoot you under.
That's right. So, what was your shot? What'd you roll?
So I roll the dice then. Good. And do I get any ads on this one? Is this a thing that I've got any?
Do you have a callousness? What would callous? Self-preservation. I don't know.
Guts, isn't it?
Yeah, guts.
Tempt
I reckon
fate.
it's guts.
Were you?
Guts.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
gone up on guts. So I've got +1 now.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's go ahead and do it. Sorry, Hannah. Oh, fuck! Fuck!
2. Tell me it's a 2. Tell me it's a 2. Yes. Yes, the premonition comes true. See these. That's beautiful, man.
Sorry, what did you roll, Matthew?
Double 1, 2.
He rolled this. Look, I'm holding it up just to make it clear.
I can hold these
Oh,
dice up.
fantastic! So
Oh,
as
okay.
you
There we go. That's beautiful.
as you pull your revolver out of your flight suit, it snags and goes off into the air, and at the same time a load of flak comes up, buffeting you all over the place. So you better make an enemy
Fire roll.
now, guys.
An enemy fire roll is. Okay. It's just a straight up plus luck roll. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually have +1 luck, so. And I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3 on the dice.
Okay, so that's a fail.
Oh God!
So that's a fail on a miss. Might choose 3 from the 7 to 9 list, or maybe something even more horrific.
Even more horrific.
What's on the list?
So
you and your fellow airwoman are marked. Casualties on board. Plane is shredded. Another plane in your section goes down. I think the last one's not actually can't be the case, right? Because I'm deliberately trying to lure.
Yeah,
Do we get harm?
They're not on the run yet, so it's only you.
Sorry?
Yes,
The
they're
other
not
planes in
doing the attack
section
run.
are not on the run yet, so only you can take this.
Yeah. So I'm feeling I should take the mark, embrace death, and face my final destiny, and take harm. Can I take harm? Is that one of the options from here?
Yeah. There's split 5 harm between you and your crewmate. However,
I'll take 4 harm and embrace death.
So that means I take 1 harm. That means I take 1 harm because it was split 5. I take a mark, which I've already shared a premonition. Suffer the death of a friend or lover. That seems highly appropriate at this point. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like that's the right one. And your plane is shredded. There's so many wheels down. Every single one of those that gives you wheels down. So I still need to land the plane behind enemy lines because that was the result, right?
Yep. Yeah. You won't get back. You realize everything's gone mushy. Your pedals aren't responding. Your control surfaces are pointing in different directions, and you're doing everything you can to stop it just nosing into the earth.
I maybe have fallen forward on the stick as well, so you really have to put it back.
So I will. So I'm going to roll my wheels down roll now. And get an 11.
So
+1 is 12.
So as you're going down, there's an updraft that basically collects you and just dumps you into the edge of a field, and you coast along until you flop into a ditch with a crackle of wood and the tearing of linen as the plane sort of disintegrates about you, and the engine splutters to a stop.
Okay. You probably want to do the rest of the attack run, and then I'll do my. Do I get back to safe lines?
So now we'll cut back to Alia and Anna, who are lining up, and you'll need to do an attack run now because the others
Yeah.
failed their roll.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Here we go.
Hmm.
3.
Okay.
So we abort. Do we abort or tempt fate?
What did you roll?
I rolled 3.
Are you rolling 4-sided dice, son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems.
Let's tempt fate.
Tempt fate.
Yeah.
Question, is it me having to do that? Yeah, well, I can.
I have +2 in guts. Yep.
Do it then.
Okay. I don't trust myself today, but let's go. Whew. 9 + 2, 11.
11. So whatever happens as you feel your plane shifting and being battered by the flak that's coming up from both in front and behind you, as they realize their headquarters, the army headquarters is coming under attack. You manage just to do a beautiful little slide shift and slide your aircraft back into the onto your flight line and deposit your munitions. Presumably because you've succeeded in the tempt fate, you're successful in your attack run. Is that correct?
I don't.
That seems
Yes.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yep. So again, so that's 11 is that, that's right in the pickle barrel, as they say. And you see, and then the plane after you lines up beautifully and puts a nice tight dispersal of bombs, and then the next flight comes in and does something similar, and as you climb out, restarting your engines, you feeling the wind going through, pinging on your wires, and you bank around to get back, and you can see the landmarks and your waypoints to get you back home. So we'll cut back to a rather shaken and bloodied Hannah Ruttman clambering out of her craft.
Okay, so I'll make this easy. I'm going to use the second of my 3 automatic successes. I'm going to call it. So my spiritual guide is going to lead me out of the darkness. So I automatically succeed, like I survive, and I turn up back at base.
Does your spiritual guide? Do you now have 2 spiritual guides?
Well, this is what I'm wondering. Is Valentina now my spiritual guide? I think she is. I think that's... Well, I'm convinced that Valentina is now my spiritual guide. Like, I find your corpse obviously horribly mangled and damaged, but with this... Oh, no, the pistol went flying out, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, it would still be in her hand.
No, this is perfect. She was so brave that she had pulled the pistol out to start shooting at the enemy from the plane. I am just amazed at her conviction and support for the motherland, that she was just that committed to the cause. So obviously Valentina is now one of my spiritual guides. So I just rock up back at base, barely injured, no plane, but I'm going to take Call Dangerous Attention to myself as my mark, because I reckon by this point I'm openly talking about having spiritual guides. Like, I might even be talking about having an angel. Like,
so
when they die, they come back and they guide me.
So was one of the marks you took lose somebody close to you?
Yeah, I suffered the death of a friend or lover, and now I have to take a mark when I use the spiritual ability, the ghosts. And so I've called Dangerous Attention to myself, because I reckon I go around just now talking in the air.
Mm.
Like I talk to people all the time who aren't there. I reckon that's what I do.
I'm here. Give
You
you a
are
hard
there.
time.
Exactly. It's like,
So
that's true. You're probably a somewhat haphazard spiritual guide.
But as you come back to the base, and you're picked up some miles off and driven back by a artillery section that's relocating, so they drop you not far off. You're walking in the gate, and you notice your armor of sergeant friend being escorted away by two tall men with blue-topped caps and machine guns. His face is ashen.
Does that mean he's NKVD? Are they NKVD?
He's been taken away by the NKVD. He slides a glance at you as you're walking in opposite directions.
I literally, so I'm in the, I look across this guy and I go, Valentina, what are they doing to our friend? He was so helpful. I just straight up in the air. Yeah, Valentina, what are they doing to our friend? And I look around for Valentina, and then he never helped us. Oh, it's a good point. It's a good point you make there. He didn't help us in the end. Maybe that. Maybe it's right. He must have done something very right.
Do anything for that.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Okay, and then she's completely disconnected from reality. Like I reckon she's actually slipped off the edge.
So on seeing Anna and Alia has obviously you arrived back a bit before and you've debriefed about the success of the mission, and your superiors are very pleased with you. Lena gives you a slightly frosty look in the fact that she's still grounded, and she's getting slightly tetchy about not being able to fly, because that's her MO really. But as you come round, one of the other section pilots comes up, Valeria Chanova, and says, Major, Lieutenant, you've got to do something about this runway. It's impossible to land. We nearly lost another 2 aircraft on our wheels down there. You know, please, can you help?
Yeah, sure. I will let the engineering team fix it. But have you seen Hannah or Valentina?
She went. No. We were behind you. We just saw them disappear into a wall of anti-AAA. You know, it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Oh, okay. First thing, of course, Alia will do to go to the engineering to clear the runway and fix the runway. So she give him an order to fix the runway. Should I roll something or play rank?
You could do a you could do a rank. It'll either be a reach out or an act up, depending on how you want to do it.
I'm just trying to talk to them nicely at first. So
that'd be a reach out, really.
Yeah. Reach out. Okay, or act up like a lady.
Or act like, oh yes, yeah, act like a lady.
Okay.
So your plus guts there.
Okay, so total 8.
8. That you need to take 1 consequence, I think, with that. Yeah.
On
choose
8. Choose 1.
Yeah, choose 1. 7 to 9.
Okay, so I will add make someone do what you want. Yes, I will tell them to clear the runway and make it better and remove any debris or something for the team to land. So make someone do what you want.
So you've had a word with the construction company and told them in no uncertain terms that their best efforts aren't good enough and they need to back up their ideas. You know, they might be light planes, but you know, still, it's just it's like trying to land in a marsh at the moment. Anna, has you walked past, leaving Alia to deal with the oily rags and the people with shovels, and go back into your tent, kicking your boots off. You see on your bed there's an apple sitting on your pillow with an envelope under it.
That was me.
Yes, Anna.
Yeah.
Alia.
Yes. So of course I take the envelope and open it and read.
It says, "My darling, sorry to have missed you earlier today. Slightly delayed by fascists." And then gives the name of a place and a time.
Which is today.
It would be tomorrow lunchtime.
Very good. I pocket that and take a bite out of the apple, smiling to myself.
Good. So where are we now? So
Yeah. So Alia will be searching for Hannah and Valentina, not knowing, of course, that Valentina has passed away.
okay. So sometime afterwards, you would have been arriving at. You would have after you arrived. By the time you'd debriefed and got organized, and you would normally start going to bed now. They still haven't arrived back. It would have been mid-morning the following day that Hannah would have been actually managed to get back.
Yeah. Oh, good to see you, Hannah. I thought we lost you. Oh, where is Valentina?
I hold up her. I don't know. What would I have brought back? What would I have brought back from Valentina?
You might have removed her dog tags, or
Yes, well that makes sense. Yeah, I just hold up these bloody dog tags, and then I go. But she's still with me.
Alia is looking at the dog tags and she tried to cry and weeping because Valentina was with her from the start. When she entered this squadron, and she's starting to weep. And yes, she's with us. She will remain with us. Yes, she has her faults, but I love her as a sister. I will cherish her, and I will put a good word for her. Maybe, I don't know if the medal will be suit her for in the afterlife, but maybe her family will know that she fought bravely. I will recommend her for a medal. And good to see you, Hannah.
So has the flight stand around the major eulogizing her former colleague, a silence falls over the area as people think about Valentina and the ultimate sacrifice she made in defense of the motherland. There, the camera pans up into the night sky as her spirit slips away.
Are you sure it's up, not down? Sorry. Sorry.
Too soon.
I'm taking
Too
the
soon.
location of that
Too
train
soon.
with me.
Too soon.
After those such nice words,
That's right.
As Anya
it's gone
showed,
straight to hell. That one. Yeah. Thanks
Yeah,
so much, guys.
but then Hannah's comment back will be, yeah, but Satan better have locked all of his cupboards because he won't have any alcohol left by the time she arrives.
yeah,
And we never
That
did
was
find
fun.
that train.
We
Yeah.
never found the train.
We're doing the
No.
train.
nor the bed.
Nor the beds.
So just to be very prosaic, so we get an advance for doing the mission.
Yeah.
We're going to advance. We're going to move
Yeah.
because we're moving to the
Advance.
next.
Yeah.
Gets us an advance, and I get an extra advance because my premonition came true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent.
So good. So good.
Cool. So we got a few minutes to do advances. Do people want to do advances?
Yes.
I mean, obviously not me.
No.
Maybe for a new
gonna-
character.
For a new character, yes.
Well,
Why not?
So we've got another mission. I'm just thinking, since I'm out of action, would it not be sensible for me to take over as GM for the final posting? I was kind of thinking we go back to you, Thomas, but
but I think Nicholas wanted to have a crack.
Nicholas, you haven't had a turn yet, have you?
I haven't.
Cool.
No, so but I'm
I
okay
think you
with
should
you
then.
doing it.
No. Let you do
No.
it. I'll roll up a new character. I'd forgotten that we hadn't all had a turn. So no, very happy to have you. And thank you, Jerry. I thought this was great. Lots of extra detail thrown in. It was really good.
It was very
Loved
good.
it.
Thank you very
Had
much.
a really good time.
Good. Yeah. And if Nicholas is GMing the next duty station, Anna could always be choking on that apple. As
Yeah.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe Anna.
let's-
Things might be strings might be pulled to make sure that Anna is pulled away from immediate danger. Since our detail seems to have such a high death rate.
Yes, I'm thinking along those lines. Yes, but I think your new character should take 2 advances.
Yeah, great.
That's a good idea.
Matthew.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, because I started with 1, I think,
Hmm.
as in this new character.
At least 2.
Yeah.
Cool.
And,
I will think about which. So just remind me what archetypes do we have?
Sparrow.
Well, I'm not in it any longer.
I am Owl.
I was a raven.
And Alina's a hawk.
So what are you, Mohammed?
Owl.
Owl. Right. I will choose one. I've been a raven, so I'll do something different from raven, but I'll choose whichever
Pigeon.
one is not one of those. Pigeon, maybe. Yeah.
Pigeon, I think. Yeah, pigeon one looks interesting.
Okay, I'll choose a pigeon and work through that.
So for the advancement, I took a medal.
But you got another one. Also,
Yeah, I have.
will do.
I have it.
Good.
2 advancement.
Yeah,
I only got
one for the
what?
mission, and one for changing duty stations.
Ah, okay, perfect. Okay, that's nice. And I will add the harsh lesson to get a move, and I will get a move pool rank. Take +1 forward when you act up if you outrank the targets.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna take a medal because there's no way they're gonna give me a medal. There's just no way. It's like they think about it and then they go, maybe not. So I'm gonna take a move. So I'm gonna take a harsh lesson, and I'm gonna take dark bargain, which allows me to elect to be marked in order to remove all harm from myself or another. And I'm going to take a deepening tie. So I've got a regard slot. And that regard slot is actually going to be with dead Valentina.
Yeah.
who I'm going to insist is actually my co-pilot. So no matter who sits in the seat, I'll be talking to Valentina. Because I'm right off the edge now. And I don't think they give me a medal. Maybe I'll have to take another move. Good Lord. I've actually got really no choice. I'll take another move. Transcendent love. Transcendent love. Sorry, my apologies. Choose one and only one lover. Our bond is unshakable. The first time you take the mark, embrace death. Immediately erase it. And whoever Matt's character is, I'm going to fall in love with them as soon as they arrive. Because they're going to be sitting in the back seat, and I'm just going to be like, "You're Valentina reborn," and they're going to be like, "Who the hell is Valentina?" And it's like, "Why am I being called Valentina every time I walk around?" So yeah, no, that's it. That's
Cool.
what I'm doing.
Excellent.
And
love at first sight.
Love at first sight.
Do I get
Yeah.
to take an advance?
Yeah.
I think you do, don't you?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because for going to the new duty station. So I'll take leader. You can lead an attack run well. When you change duty stations, advance if someone under your direct command dies.
Cool. Well, you'll just shoot up through the ranks.
I should have taken that one first.
Yeah.
Now
you're never going to get that because the end of the next one is the end of things.
Actually, you remember me. I also have a leader in my role, so I get an extra advancement.
Do you? What does leader say on your role? Because they're subtly different on your template.
You can lead an attack run well. When you change duty station, advance if someone under your direct command died.
Yeah, then there's another advance for you then.
Yeah. The benefits of losing someone.
Yeah. See, I am so generous.
Even in that, yeah.
Always giving people things, never taking. That's how people remember Valentina.
I have to think about this one. Yeah.
As much as I hate,
you gotta go.
I have to bounce, guys. Yeah. Sorry. All right.
Brilliant. Shall we end the broadcast? See you guys.
Yes.